So today, very windy. I'm again mid calisthenics regime. The thing is, it's very windy. I don't know how clear you can hear me. My hands are almost freezing off. My freaking hands. The thing is, who cares? The thing is, the cloud or the sky is getting very dark. It seems that Mother Nature is trying to wiggle her ass around just to give us a little bit of some winter aftermath thing, and then we go probably very soon to the spring stuff, and then summer, you know, and then people pop up all of a sudden on the calisthenics spots, and then all of a sudden everybody needs summer buddies, and then all of a sudden the beer bellies from the winter, they need to turn into six-packs. Anyway, I'm at the moment, if you watch me for the first time, I'm doing always the daily regime calisthenics: 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 times, deep dips plus knee raises, pull-ups plus knee raises, and knee raises on the parallel bars and or hanging, depending on the amount of pain in specific body parts. Pain. Anyway, now I'm at number 4, so I need to do four deep dips plus knee raises, and in the meantime we try to stay warm, so I do a little bit more windmills, not only to keep my 47-year-old fucking body very flexible and just also stay warm, because it is windy. Probably cannot feel anything through the screen, but anyway, I also have to unload my brain a little bit, because yeah, as you probably don't know, but every day my day starts at 5:15. Not that I have to, but I want to. I'm simply obsessed with what I'm doing. The thing is, I was this close to skip today's daily regime, but then something else snaps. Then I would be at 11 o'clock, you know, in the evening. Then I would look in the mirror and I think, yeah, I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. 365 days a year. Also boatloads of runs. Tomorrow another slaughter run that always, you know, 10 or 50 kilometer run and calisthenics run. Anyway, I have to keep on moving. 4 deep dips plus knee raises, plus knee raises on the parallel bars, hanging with my arms over the parallel bar, and 4 pull-ups plus knee raises, then 5 times, blah blah blah. And in the meantime, hoppa. Come on, 4, 1. So the knee raises are always in between 5 times, no matter what. So I did over there 4 times deep dips plus knee raises. You know, the young guys who swing like wild baboons on the calisthenics spot, with all the respect, you know, or do those half dips, do it all the way and just add some knee raises, you know, while you're doing the dips, so you increase your gain from your efforts. You know, like every little tiny asset in my life, fragments, they're all optimized because I'm obsessed with what I'm doing. Anyway, 4 times pull-ups plus knee raises. Easy work, easy work. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we're gonna do some windmills in between, because it is chilly billy. The wind is our biggest enemy, but also I have to balance a little bit that I don't start sweating like an ox. Probably I won't. Anyway, windmills are what I always do with the windmills, I always touch with my hand on the outside of my feet the ground. And if I want to go a little bit more from the with my back, anyway, here we go, easy work. That feels good. Camera. So, a little bit windmills. We're going for the 5 times dips plus knee raises. Let's put the camera from the front. But again, I don't know how the sound is because of the wind. But here we go, 5 times. 5 times, deep dips, plus knee raises. Easy work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're gonna do the knee raises with the arms bended over the parallel bars. Easy work, people. Easy work every single day, 365 days a year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was 5 times, always 5 in between. Let's do some pull-ups. And by the way, today my back is pretty, let's say, sensitive. And now I'm doing a little bit, I don't want to say a neutral grip, but a little bit more flexible grip than, you know, over here the parallel bar. Simply to I don't know what, feels more comfortable. So, but anyway, always, you know, not the regular doggy pull chin out, you know, that you just with your, a lot of people that who barely do like this, that is a pull-up. That is all fun, but like I always like to encourage people to just do a little bit, do way less, do 1 perfect per day, and build upon this, you know, structured, not all kind of willy-nilly unstructured exercise. By the way, I'm not telling you what to do or how to do it, I'm just showing you how I do it at 47, and that I have higher level of energy than the majority 25-year-old farts. And I can say this, I'm not bragging over here, I'm just showing you, you know, I'm like a sign on the street. You know, you can follow the sign to get faster where you want to be, or you just ignore it and you just take a little bit of a way around. Anyway, we go for the 5 pull-ups. Like I said, it's very windy and my fingers freezing. But who cares? The steel doesn't care, the concrete doesn't care, it's real. But, I always love to spend time on the calisthenics part. It's real, you know, it hurts. You know, I could sit in the gym and do a little bit curls, a little bit this, make selfies, lighting is good, temperature is good, but I always think like this. If you go to the gym, and that is all fun, with all the respect to the people, you know, who do really great work at the gym, you know, building a great physique, but we all know the majority of people comes over there just to play with their phones, wear the latest Nike thing, or this and this needs to be the latest, and in the meantime they look like old lesbians. With all the respect to the lesbians, we all know what I mean. The thing is, let's put in the work. If you want to do something more with your life, do not swim in pools where everybody is. Anyway, besides that, if you watch my vlogs, you know I always say this with the best intentions and always try to spark those few brains on the planet that would say, hey, that makes sense. I also gonna go a little bit outside the normality. When somebody else does 15, let's say you go to the gym, when somebody does 60 kilos, you do 65. He does the 65 10 times, you do it 15 times. Everything always more. And some people who say, yeah, is everything about winning? No, you just want to swim outside the normality. And the thing is, if people would start asking you, oh, everything becomes now about winning, then you would say something like, well, at least I'm not focusing on keep on losing. And losing doesn't mean that you are a loser. Giving up, that means that you're a loser. Anyway, here we go. What did I say? 5 times. 5 times pull-ups plus knee raises. Easy one. Well, 2. Wait a minute. So 5 times. Now we're going backwards. I think somebody else is coming over here, so I'm gonna turn off this live stream. Later on, maybe I'll turn it on quickly while I'm walking to the Airbnb. I got some things to announce, case study, which people could follow, but like I always warn people for, I don't sell $27 bullshit. I'm just giving all the things away for free. No strategies, work, structures, and now more than 99% of the people on the planet will scare away, because that involves learning something new and put in the work. By the way, if you don't like to communicate with people, then my work structures are not for you. If you don't, or if you would prefer to just chase money just by delivering your time, you pay with your time, you get a little bit of cash. If that's good enough for you, then my stuff is not for you. If you want to communicate with people and actually use evergreen strategies, work structures that you can use in tons of industries and actually can be done by tons and tons of age categories. Anyway, very messy vlog today, but anyway, there's somebody else now, so we're gonna